Nobody cares how hard your life is. Nobody cares about your struggles. Nobody is coming to save you. And that should fire you up. Because the moment you realize that nobody owes you anything, you take back your power. You stop waiting. You stop making excuses and you start putting in the work. Success doesn't come to those who wait. It comes to those who grind when no one is watching. So the question is, are you going to waste time hoping someone will care? Or are you going to rise up, work hard, and focus on you? One of the most empowering realizations you can have is understanding that nobody is truly focused on you. This realization frees you to prioritize yourself, invest in your personal growth, and build the life you've always envisioned. Let's break this down. When I say nobody cares, I don't mean people are unkind or indifferent. What I mean is that everyone is the main character of their own story. They are absorbed in their own struggles, ambitions, and daily routines. While they may care about you in passing, they're not losing sleep over your challenges or unfulfilled potential. And that's perfectly okay. In fact, it's a great thing because it means you don't have to live your life trying to meet others' expectations. You are free to define success on your own terms. However, with this freedom comes a significant responsibility. If nobody else is going to care for your success, then it's entirely up to you. It's your responsibility to put in the effort, to prioritize your growth, and to push yourself forward. This brings us to the second part of the message. Work hard and focus on yourself. These aren't just motivational words. They are a practical formula for success in any aspect of life. Now let's talk about hard work. The phrase has been used so often that it might seem cliche, but the truth remains, there is no substitute for effort. Success doesn't come to those who wait. It comes to those who take action. But here's the crucial part. It's not just about working hard. It's about working hard on the right things. It's about investing in yourself. Many people spend their entire lives working hard, but never make real progress. Why? Because they're working towards someone else's goals, climbing a ladder only to realize it's leaning against the wrong wall. That's why your focus should be on your own dreams, your own growth, and your own potential. When you invest in yourself, you are making the best investment possible. Unlike stocks, real estate, or material assets, you can't lose yourself. You can't be taxed on yourself. You can't have your personal growth stolen or diminished. Every moment, every effort, and every resource you dedicate to self-improvement will pay lifelong dividends. Whether it's mastering a new skill, developing positive habits, or overcoming personal challenges, the rewards of self-investment are immeasurable. Now, some of you might be wondering, isn't focusing on myself selfish? Shouldn't I be thinking about others? Let's clear this up right now. Prioritizing yourself isn't selfish, it's essential. Now, think about the instructions on an airplane. Put on your own oxygen mask before assisting others. You can't pour from an empty cup. By investing in yourself, by learning, growing, and evolving, you become better equipped to help others, contribute to your community, and create a positive impact on the world. But here's something crucial. No one is going to do this for you. No one is going to show up at your door and say, hey, I notice you're not reaching your full potential. Let me help you with that. No, my friends, if you want to grow, improve, and unlock your true potential, you have to take the initiative. You must be willing to put in the effort when no one is watching. You must be willing to sacrifice short-term comfort for long-term success. Let's take an example. Suppose you want to start a business. The truth is, nobody else is deeply invested in that dream. Your friends and family might offer some encouragement, but at the end of the day, they are focused on their own lives. They're not going to write your business plan, make your first sales calls, or put in the late nights to get your venture off the ground. That responsibility rests solely on you. You must care enough about your dream to put in the work. You must be willing to learn, to fail, to pick yourself up, and to try again. You must be ready to do what others won't so that one day you can live how others can't. And here's the incredible part. When you start taking action, when you truly invest in yourself and commit to your goals, something remarkable happens. People begin to notice. They start to care, not because you seek their validation, but because they are inspired by your dedication, perseverance, and success. You become living proof of what's possible. When someone takes control of their life, works relentlessly, and prioritizes self-growth, They set an example for others. And that, my friends, is how real change happens. Now, let's talk about focus. In today's world, focus is more valuable than ever. From the moment we wake up to the moment we go to sleep, we are bombarded with distractions, social media, emails, notifications, all competing for our attention and pulling us away from what truly matters. But here's the truth. Your focus shapes your reality. What you consistently give your attention to is what will grow in your life. If your focus is constantly on other people's lives, celebrity gossip, or fleeting social media trends, then that's what your life will revolve around. But if you choose to focus on your goals, personal development, skill building, and knowledge expansion, that's what will flourish. This is why guarding your focus is essential. Treat it as the precious resource it is. Be intentional about where you direct your attention. Ask yourself, is this bringing me closer to my goals? Is this helping me grow? Is this the best use of my time and energy? If the answer is no, then it's time to recalibrate. It's time to redirect your focus toward what truly matters, yourself and your growth. Now, I can already hear some of you thinking, but I don't have time to focus on myself. I'm too busy with work, family, and all my responsibilities. I understand. Life is busy. We all have commitments and obligations. But ask yourself this. Can you afford not to invest in yourself? Can you afford to let your potential go unrealized? Can you afford to reach the end of your life and regret never becoming the person you were capable of being? The truth is, you don't need hours every day to focus on personal growth. Even small, consistent efforts can lead to remarkable results over time. It's not about making drastic changes overnight. It's about making small, intentional choices day after day, week after week, year after year. Maybe it's waking up 30 minutes earlier to read a book that expands your mind. Maybe it's using your lunch break to learn a new skill online. Maybe it's turning off the TV in the evening to work on a personal project. These small pockets of time, when used consistently and with purpose, can lead to extraordinary growth in the long run. Remember, no one cares about your personal growth as much as you do. No one benefits from your success more than you. That's why it's up to you to prioritize it. It's up to you to carve out the time, put in the effort, and remain focused on your self-development. Now let's address another common concern, where to begin. Some people say, I don't know where to start. I don't know what to focus on. My answer is simple, start anywhere. The key is to begin. Choose an area of your life you want to improve, your health, relationships, career, or finances, and take action. Read a book on the subject, enroll in an online course, or seek guidance from someone who has achieved what you aspire to. The specific starting point isn't as important as the act of starting itself. Once you take that first step, you'll gain clarity. You'll discover what excites you, what challenges you in the right way, and what truly resonates with you. From there, you can refine your focus. Personal growth isn't a destination, it's a lifelong journey. There's no point where you can say, I'm done growing. There's always more to learn, always new ways to improve, always greater heights to reach. And that's the beauty of it. When you embrace a mindset of continuous learning and self-improvement, life transforms into an adventure. Every day presents new opportunities to challenge yourself, to grow, and to become a little better than you were yesterday. Now let's clear up an important point. When I say focus on yourself, I'm not encouraging selfishness or disregard for others. Far from it. What I'm advocating for is self-responsibility. It's about taking ownership of your life, your choices, and your growth. The reality is, when you focus on your own development, you become more capable of helping others. You become stronger, more resourceful, and more resilient. Qualities that don't just benefit you, but also those around you. Think about it. When you improve your health, you have more energy to support your loved ones. When you advance in your career, you can better provide for your family and contribute to your community. When you expand your knowledge, you bring fresh ideas and perspectives into your interactions. In other words, by focusing on your own growth and working hard to better yourself, you're not just improving your own life, you're increasing your ability to make a positive impact on the world around you. But here's the challenge, and it's an important one. You can't wait for the perfect conditions to start. You can't wait until you have more time, more money, or more support. Because let me tell you, those perfect conditions will never come. There will always be reasons to delay your personal growth. There will always be excuses for why now isn't the right time. But if you're serious about reaching your potential and becoming the best version of yourself, you have to start now with whatever you have. Use the time available to you, even if it's just 15 minutes a day. Use the resources you have access to, even if it's just a library card or a free online course. Use the energy you can gather, even if you're exhausted from a long day at work. Because here's the truth. Small, consistent efforts accumulate over time. Much like compound interest turns small investments into a fortune, the same principle applies to personal growth. A little effort each day can lead to extraordinary progress over the years. Think about it. If you read just 10 pages of a good book daily, you'd complete around 18 books in a year. If you learn one new thing about your field each day, imagine how much more skilled and knowledgeable you'd be in your career within a year. These daily actions might seem insignificant in the moment. You might not notice immediate results, but over time they add up to something substantial. They shape your habits, enhance your skills, expand your knowledge, and build your character. And that's when the transformation happens. While others may not pay attention to your daily efforts, they will undoubtedly notice the results. They'll see the confidence you exude, the goals you achieve, and the increased impact you have in your work and relationships. But here's the crucial part. You're not doing it for their validation or approval. You're doing it for yourself. You're doing it because you are committed to becoming the best version of yourself. You understand that your growth, success, and fulfillment are entirely in your hands. Now let's talk about something that often holds people back from working on themselves: fear of failure. Many avoid taking risks, stepping outside their comfort zone, or pushing themselves because they fear failing. But here's the reality. Failure isn't your enemy, it's your teacher. It's the stepping stone to success. Every setback, every mistake, and every obstacle is an opportunity to grow, to refine your approach, and to build resilience. Think about it. Has anyone ever succeeded without facing failure along the way? Has anyone ever achieved greatness without encountering setbacks? Of course not. Failure is part of the journey. It's how we learn. It's how we develop persistence, strength, and wisdom. So instead of fearing failure, embrace it. See it as valuable feedback, not a judgment of your worth or abilities. When you fail, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this experience help me improve? Shifting your mindset from seeing failure as something to avoid to recognizing it as a crucial part of personal growth can be incredibly empowering. It gives you the freedom to take risks, to experiment, and to challenge yourself. Even if you fail, you're still making progress. You're still evolving. And remember, no one cares about your failures as much as you do. Most people are too focused on their own lives to dwell on your mistakes or setbacks. So don't let fear of judgment stop you from taking action, from putting yourself out there, or from working hard toward your goals. Now let's discuss another key factor in focusing on yourself and achieving success: discipline. Discipline is what bridges the gap between setting goals and reaching them. It's what turns aspirations into achievements. But here's the thing. Discipline isn't about being perfect. It's not about never making mistakes or never having setbacks. It's about consistency. It's about showing up every single day, even when you don't feel like it, especially when you don't feel like it. Because motivation is unpredictable. It fluctuates. Some days you'll wake up feeling unstoppable, ready to conquer the world. Other days, you'll struggle just to get out of bed. But that's where discipline comes in. Discipline is what keeps you moving forward long after the initial excitement of a new goal fades. It's what separates those who succeed from those who quit. Think of discipline like a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it becomes. And as it strengthens, staying focused, working hard, and pushing through challenges becomes second nature. So how do you build discipline? You start small, set clear, specific goals, create routines and habits that align with those goals, and most importantly, hold yourself accountable. Because here's the truth, nobody cares about your goals as much as you do. Nobody is going to push you to stay committed. That responsibility falls on you. You must be your own taskmaster, your own coach, your own biggest supporter. That might sound daunting, but it's actually empowering. It means your success is in your hands. You're not dependent on external approval or support. You have the power to shape your own future through consistent, disciplined effort. Now let's talk about something just as important: celebrating your progress. When you're working hard and focusing on growth, it's easy to get so caught up in the destination that you forget to acknowledge how far you've come. But recognizing your progress is essential for maintaining motivation and confidence. Remember, growth is a journey, not a finish line. Every step forward, no matter how small. Did you learn a new skill? That's an achievement. Did you overcome a challenge that once held you back? That's a victory. These celebrations don't have to be grand gestures. They can be as simple as taking a moment to reflect, treating yourself to something you enjoy, or sharing your success with a supportive friend. The key is to acknowledge your effort and progress. By doing this, you're reinforcing positive behaviors. You're training your mind to associate discipline and hard work with success, making it easier to stay motivated and keep pushing forward. But here's something many people struggle with when they start focusing on themselves: dealing with naysayers and negative influences. Not everyone will support your growth. Some people may try to discourage you, to pull you back into old habits, and more often than not, their resistance has nothing to do with you. It's about them. When people see others making positive changes, it forces them to reflect on their own choices. It reminds them of the goals they haven't pursued, the risks they haven't taken, and that discomfort can lead to negativity. Your growth might also disrupt certain relationships. Some people are used to you being a certain way, and when you start changing, they may resist it. They may try to keep you in the same box they've always placed you in. But here's what you need to remember. You can't let other people's limitations become your own. You can't let their fears, doubts, or negativity hold you back from becoming the best version of yourself. This is where the idea that nobody cares becomes a powerful advantage. Because when you truly understand that you're not living for anyone else's approval, it becomes much easier to block out negativity. You realize that the only opinion that truly matters is your own. You're not working hard to impress others. You're doing it for your own growth, for your own future, for the person you know you're capable of becoming. That doesn't mean you have to cut people out of your life entirely, but it does mean setting boundaries. It means being mindful of who you share your goals with. It means surrounding yourself with people who encourage your growth, not those who hold you back. Remember, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So choose wisely. Seek out mentors, peers, and friends who are also committed to personal development. People who have goals and ambitions of their own. These are the ones who will support you, who will celebrate your successes, who will push you to keep moving forward. And as we near the end of this discussion, I want to leave you with a final crucial thought. This journey of self-focus and hard work isn't about reaching some final perfect state where all your problems are solved and there's nothing left to improve. That state doesn't exist. Instead, it's about continuous growth. It's about striving to be a little better today than you were yesterday. It's about embracing the process of becoming, of constantly learning, evolving, and improving. Because the truth is, there is no limit to how much you can grow. No cap on how much you can achieve, no ceiling on what you're capable of. And here's the incredible part. As you keep pushing forward, your capacity for growth expands. Goals that once seemed impossible become achievable. Dreams that once felt out of reach become stepping stones to even greater ambitions. But none of this happens by accident. It happens because you make a choice every single day to invest in yourself, to put in the work, to stay focused on your growth, no matter what anyone else says or does. So I challenge you, make that choice. Choose to care about your own potential. Choose to work hard, not for anyone else's validation, but for your own fulfillment. Choose to focus on becoming the best version of yourself. Not because anyone else cares, but because you care. Because in the grand scheme of things, nobody cares. And that's not a bad thing. It's freeing. It means you get to define success on your own terms. You get to take full ownership of your life. You get to decide who you become. So take that freedom and run with it. Work hard. Focus on yourself and watch as you transform your life. One day at a time. The power is in your hands. The choice is yours. At the end of the day, it all comes down to one simple truth. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about your excuses, your struggles, or the reasons why you can't do it. But someday, they will care. They'll care when you succeed, when you prove them wrong, when you rise above the doubt, the fear, and the setbacks. But by then, it won't even matter because you won't need their validation. You'll know you made it because you refused to quit, because you put in the work, because you stayed focused when nobody was watching. So stop waiting, stop overthinking, stop looking for approval, start grinding, start growing, start becoming the person you were meant to be, because in the end, your success is in your hands. Nobody cares, so work hard, stay focused, and make them notice.